No, the things that you've lied about, you don't want them out, okay? Now, since you think it's funny to speak about people's family, we'll all join in. We'll all play the reindeer game.
It would seem that Nicki Minaj was not just cruel when she exposed Jay-Z as the real monster in the industry, especially when it was just uncovered that he had allegedly molested a 13-year-old girl, and everyone is pointing out that Nicki called it out. Since last year, Nicki has been vocal about him, and at one time, someone warned her to shut up because she was making herself a target. Do any of you remember when she tweeted that you wanted brunch, but she was trying to tell you, "I am in a state of rolling effing"? She added in her tweet that the victim, who was 13 at the time of the performance, was not playing and that nobody was making an effort to listen to her plea for tea. Since Jay-Z allegedly defrauded Nicki of $8.9 million in a contract, she has been out to get him. Naturally, she is not taking this situation lightly because she expressed her own opinions about him playing with a 13-year-old, and people are. Well, in case you missed any of the recent turmoil, Jay-Z was accused of sexually abusing a 13-year-old girl, and as a result, his entire career is currently in ashes. You may remember that a few months back, Tony Busby, a well-known attorney from Texas, declared that he would be taking on 120 Diddy victims. At the time, he claimed that he never anticipated Jay-Z to be on the lawsuit, but that some of the names will surprise us due to their respect and notoriety. Jay-Z was not listed as a defendant in the lawsuit when it was initially filed in the Southern District of New York in October. Nevertheless, he modified the lawsuit after Tony and the victim were unable to convince Jay to reach a private settlement, and Nam promptly fired Jay-Z. The lawsuit alleges that at Diddy's 2000 MTV Music Awards after party, the anonymous girl was harassed by both Jay-Z and Diddy. She said that an unnamed female celebrity watched as Jay and Diddy alternated kissing her for hours and recorded everything, in case you're curious about how they were able to get in touch with the 13-year-old girl. She claimed in her lawsuit that she sneaked out of the house that evening to go to the MTV Awards without her parents' knowledge, but she was turned away since she didn't have a ticket. She intended to join the after-parties instead, hoping to receive assistance from the limo driver sitting in front of the building. But she came into Diddy's driver, who shouted something incredibly disturbing. "You're ready to party," Combs said as he and Carter walked into the room, according to Sue. According to her, Combs and an unnamed female celebrity watched while Carter stripped her of her clothing and restrained her. "You fit what Diddy was looking for," she says. As soon as she arrived at the after-party, she was given multiple drinks laced with substances, and before long, she was feeling woozy and lightheaded. The lawsuit claims that she hit him in the neck, causing him to stop, in defiance of being forced to engage in oral sex. She then escaped to the petrol station, where her father picked her up. There had been long-running rumors that Jay-Z preferred young girls, so many weren't startled when all of this was made public. Furthermore, he has been best friends with Diddy and Relly for decades, and he even completed a collaborative album with Kelly at the same time that the allegations were made public. The only reasonable answer is that he was cut from the same cloth as Diddy, as the two were still best friends, and there isn't another conceivable scenario in which he didn't know exactly what he was doing. Someone else said that Diddy and Jay-Z are too many males with big egos. As this discussion came to an end, several individuals also brought up the fact that Nicki Minaj has been warning us about Jay-Z for years, suggesting that they both have grudges against each other. She has a lot of knowledge because she was in Jay's circle long before Megan even considered becoming a rapper, and her issue with him goes far beyond Megan's Roc Nation contract. She used to be extremely close to Jay and was invited to his Roc Nation brunches annually, but she has never gone. Because of her close relationship with him and Beyoncé, people believe she was simply hating on him. Therefore, they weren't taking her seriously. Earlier this year, when she and Megan were at odds, she pulled Jay-Z into the conflict, accusing him of trying to destroy her career in order to replace her with Megan. She hasn't gained any parts, and it seems like she was aware of what they were doing over there.
If that Rock Nation brunch got you feeling like you could talk about my family, and I have a 3-year-old innocent child, have had my home swatted twice with drawn, they magically, no one seemed to find the
B.
You know how many tweets I've seen you post disrespecting me? Idiot Wilson. All of y'all, for some reason, when y'all are around certain people, y'all feel that y'all have this power. Why? When y'all have an affiliation to Jay-Z in some sort of way, y'all be thinking that y'all can disrespect and violate.
Was that allegedly Jay-Z and Rock Nation is behind this. Jay-Z and Rock Nation has been after Nicki for a while, especially after she released that song Bigfoot. But even long before then, there had been beef, which I did not realize. So, from what I'm being told, let me read the intel as it's coming in. Was trying to get her arrested, but of course legally. That's why they waited till she was overseas to do this to her. Rock Nation wanted to make sure that when she got arrested or apprehended for whatever, because in the industry they can get you set up with all kinds of charges. All right. It said that they wanted to make sure her husband was not with her because her husband is her protection, which we know that, but we know bankrupt Nicki. And this is why there has been several stories planted about her being broke, going broke, or needing to constantly tour because she's supposed to be broke. So set up and sabotage. And if I was Nicki, I would fire my whole team. Fire the whole security team. There is a mole. Get rid of them all. There is a mole. Because now that I think about it, Rock Nation got Meg. The only competition that Nicki has is Meg. Let's keep it real. It ain't Lotto. It ain't Mocha Latte. What's the other rappers out here? There's nobody. It ain't Cardi. I know y'all wanted it to be Cardi. It ain't Cardi. She was absolutely set up. Also, Tory Lanez was supposed to sign the Rock Nation first, and the second option was Meg. See? But y'all remember when Tory Lanez's daddy said, "This is Rock Nation," we all thought he was crazy.